Afternoon baseball set to come your way. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, it was another loss last time out, and this portion of the schedule has not done them any favors as they've dropped 5 of their last 7.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one right here and be feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, Dero, I think one of the things you want to do, you get to the 3rd game, you'd like to win this series and finish it off by winning game 3. It's always nice to win a series, whether it's at home or on the road, so this is a big one for this ball club.
The 1-2. Lifted into center field. Herrera's there. 2 down. Set to get his day started, Miguel Cabrera. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. A ball and a strike to Miguel Cabrera. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 2 balls and a strike to the Tigers' first baseman. Takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Everybody's different coming out of spring training. Some guys get off to torrid starts, some guys struggle. This is one that struggled, but maybe that single gets him going.
Sent on the ground out to second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1 left for Detroit. Tigers nothing. White Sox coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. So stepping in, Odubel Herrera. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. First delivery to him on the way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. After it is Martin. And that's the first out of the inning. Time now to check the starting lineup card for the Chi Sox in this one. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, keep an eye on El Torito, Odubel Herrera, as this game moves along. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he's swinging the bat well, they just go.
So, fellas, these Tigers, as they begin play here today, they come in here hoping to make it 2 in a row as they broke a 3-game skid with a victory last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal the series right here.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Here's Nelson Cruz now. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And here is strike 1 call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1.
Even though he let that one go, you know that's the kind of pitch he likes to take a big hack at. Not too many power hitters that don't like a stomach-high fastball, so he's probably not throwing that one again.
Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one. Digging in the switch hitter, Victor Martinez. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And Martinez is going to have himself a base knock. So a good start to the inning for the Tigers as their leadoff hitter's on base. There he goes. He swings and misses. Throw down.
Not every ball is going to be smoked.
Meanwhile here, the throw down to second is not in time, and it's a stolen base. Martinez leads off second with nobody out. And a sinking fastball that stayed a little high apparently. 1-2 to the Tigers catcher.
1-2.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lining up on D today. And let's focus our attention on first baseman Jose Abreu. We know the bat plays, the ability to drive the ball out opposite field, no problem. But I don't think people realize how soft this guy's hands are at first base, constantly bailing his other infielders out.
And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Next up is the sneaky pop of Nicky Delmonico. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. 2-0 to the Tigers left fielder.
Two tough sliders right there, but he was able to lay off them. Might have bought himself a fastball in this situation.
No score here as we play inning number 2. And that one just missed outside. Nico Goodrum would be next. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Sent on the ground out to second. Moncada has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Tigers leave one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Hey, I love that pitch right there, and that's where he's going to have to work. He's going to have to work down in the zone. This is a hitter's park. We all know the ball flies, and if he's going to keep the ball in the yard, he's got to execute down to the hollow of the knee.
The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. Here's a hard hit ball that'll be caught out there at short. Needed that one to be a few feet higher. The leadoff man is gone to start the home second.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Detroit Tigers. And let's take a look at Derek Norris, one of the better throwing catchers around, good at framing pitches. Staff seems to love throwing to him. And don't leave a cookie over the middle of the plate. That beard scares me.
The 1-1 is a fastball that misses. Hard hit ball to second. And there are 2 away now.
Batting fifth, catcher, Wellington.
Ready now for the White Sox. Wellington Castillo will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time.
0-1's the count.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Chasing after is Delmonico, and that's the 3rd out. Down in back at Guaranteed Rate Field on the south side as we get a nice look at the Chicago skyline from above the shores of Lake Michigan. In there at the knees as he offers a strike to the leadoff man. 0-1. Line drive to left, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So a leadoff single will be the start to their half of the 3rd. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Iglesias. He flew out in his last at-bat. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Strike taken. The throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. Popped him up. Moustakas over to his right. Makes the play. 1 away. Digging in for his second at-bat, Alexi Amarista. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And he comes back with one in there for a high strike. 3rd inning, no score to this point. To 1-2 now. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2. First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 home is taken for ball 2.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching it.
Goodrum stands at second with 2 gone. Now this is driven out to deep right center. This could be trouble, and it is trouble that finds the gap for extra bases. He pulls into second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
That is what every manager is looking for out of the middle of his lineup. When you get your 3, 4, and 5 hitters producing this early in the season, it can be contagious, and
This is the left field and deep off the bat of Castellanos. gone into the home bullpen for a home run.
That one definitely seems worth taking a look at with show track. It wasn't a particularly deep home run, but as you can see, he connected pretty well. 110 miles an hour off the bat, and it got out of here in a hurry.
The short hit hard. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. But they strike for 3. Digging in, Aaron Altair, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Struck him out. So to the plate is the White Sox DH, Ryan Schimpf. He drove in the other of the 2 runs in that game yesterday. Hard hit ball to second, gloved by Amarista. On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone here in the home third. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. Past history with Jordan Zimmerman, he's gone just 2 for 13. Feeble swing that time. It's 0-1.
I know we want to focus on the offense and how bad they've been so far, but can we give some love to the pitcher? He has had these guys in the rocking chair all day.
Behind 0-2 now.
You see a guy taking swings like this. I think as a pitcher right here, you got to expand the zone even more.
Counts a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox shortstop. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. The catcher Derek Norris is in. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Grounder down the line at third. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Hard hit toward the hole. Played on the backhand. And he'll beat the throw to first despite a fantastic effort. And that ought to be scored an infield single. Runner goes for second. Hit hard down the left field line. But this will be fouled.
Hey, that's a heck of an effort by the shortstop right there to leave his feet and try and make that throw to first base. Got to be frustrated a little bit as a pitcher. You executed your spot.
Well, I tell you what, as soon as you throw one like that, D-Roy, you see your shortstop get a glove on it. You're thinking, okay, maybe he has a shot to get him, but that's a long throw after that jump.
And another runs across as this is now a 4-0 ball game. Riding in once again, Nico Goodrum. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. One there, on to first, and they turn the double play. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. No hits to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. And, boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1. 1-1.
You know, guys, these hitters have had some great looks at that slider so far, and clearly they're all on the same page. The plan is simple. Lay off that slider and make him bring up something straight in the strike zone.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Tigers get just the 1. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the Tigers 4. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
1-1 the count now. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. Oh, that's well hit. Deep center field. Martin going back to the track, to the wall. And this one is gone. A home run. A solo home run for Yoan Moncada. Home run number 3 here in the early going. As they get on the board, it's 4-1 now.
Well, if you're going to get your first hit of the game, you might as well do it with a bang. He thought he could squeeze one past him, but he thought wrong.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's another one that's drilled. This one to left. Delmonico looks up. That one's out of here. Back-to-back home run. Solo home run from Nelson Cruz. Second home run early in the year. And the White Sox get a bit closer. It's now a 4-2 game.
This guy has been a serious thorn in the side of the staff. Homering twice in 3 days. The numbers don't lie. He owns these guys right now.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. Line drive to left. Delmonico is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk right here.
Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. Out of here, into the visitors' bullpen. Solo shot that time for Mike Moustakas. Second home run early in the year as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the 2 teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching?
Matty V, this is just one of those days where the ball seems to be flying, D-Row. The hitters are on point, the pitchers aren't making very good pitches.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's all about executing pitches, and they're not doing it today. They're leaving a lot of balls over the heart of the plate, and this offense, both offenses are taking advantage. Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what, and this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Set with the 0-1. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. A fastball that just misses inside.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
The 2-1. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. Now the relay home. And now they've got the runner caught in the hot box as he thought about going home. Tag from Norris, and he is out. Digging in once again, Alexi Amarista will start things out as we begin the 5th. First pitch is a sinker for a called strike 1. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. There's a sinker that didn't sink enough, just missed high. Looked like he got fooled on the speed there. 2-2. Bounce to first. Taken in by Abreu, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Digging in and looking for more, Miguel Cabrera. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Herrera is there to take it, and they're able to take care of Cabrera on just a single pitch. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Hey, he caught him off guard right there. I like that pitch. High fastball executed. I know he's known for the sinker ball, but if he can get some eye levels up and down, he's going to have some success.
This is line to left. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Well, this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9, they could put a hurting on you, and they're making him work.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Detroit, but they hang on to a 1-run lead, 4-3. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Ryan Schimpf. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
And low, it's a ball and a strike.
Tried to go with the nasty backdoor breaking ball right there. Good job by the batter to take that pitch, work the count even.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Schimpf is retired, and there's 1 away. Ready for another chance, Tim Anderson. First offering on its way. And a fastball just a bit up. Takes a knee-high fastball. High fastball is in there.
That pitch up in the zone called the strike, and that's a tough pitch for a batter to hit, though, that fastball that's high in the zone.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away, so now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Castellanos is there for it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Back to the top of the White Sox lineup now, and stepping in, Odubel Herrera. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
You know, you love a guy who attacks the zone, but sometimes I think he could throw too many strikes. That could be the case right here. This offense is going to the plate, just pulling the trigger on everything.
The wind up and the 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground toward the left. Iglesias on the slide. Touché, sir. So after the catcher, Derek Norris, is in. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Chopped weakly to the left. Anderson brings it in. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Here's Leonis Martin. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat. In there at the letters 0-1.
When you dive into the numbers in this start, it's hard to believe that this guy's pitching as poorly as he has. Over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes, but a lot of those have been right down the middle, right into the hitting zone.
Line towards center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the 2nd out. Line drive to center field, but this will not get down quickly enough as it's pulled in out there in center, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Tigers, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Digging in and looking for more, Yohan Moncada comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Hey, I know it's a day game, but these guys better wake up. He's on point today, throwing a lot of exploding stuff, darting and diving all over the strike zone.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Sent on the ground out to second. Amarista showing off his range. And a good throw gets him 1 gone. Riding in once again, Nelson Cruz. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And that one just missed outside. Iglesias now at short. Reined in. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The first baseman, number 79, Jose Abreu.
Digging in once again, Jose Abreu. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit to short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error. Digging in to try it again, Nico Goodrum. He's 1 for 2 in this one. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Herrera's there, and that's the first out of the inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. In the air now out to left field. Altair is there, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Ready for another shot now, Alexi Amarista. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Flying toward right center, and he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game. So that at-bat extends the inning for Miguel Cabrera. Here comes the first pitch. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
And this is going to find the alley as he might have himself his second double of the ball game. And he's safe. They'll extend their lead here as the runner scores from first.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run.
Here comes the White Sox skipper out toward the mound. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. Hit sharply toward the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
Hey, sometimes you need a little bit of luck, too, as a pitcher. This ball absolutely scorched. Actually hit so hard that it wasn't able to drive a run in.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I know that ball was hit on the line. Surprised the third base coach held him with 2 outs.
Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1. Swing and a line drive. Foul. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after the good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. Tigers get one here on the RBI double by Miguel Cabrera. Ready for another chance? Mike Moustakas comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
0-1 the count. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Some action now in the Tigers bullpen as they'll get a left-hander and a right-hander up to throw.
Right over the middle, knee high.
1-2.
Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. Norris has it. And he makes the throw to first. Moustakas is retired, and there's 1 away.
Now batting.
Ready now for the White Sox. Wellington Castillo. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Left side. Castellanos is there. And that's the second out.
Now batting. Left fielder.
Up next for Chicago, Aaron Altair. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. A swing and a miss at a ball down. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. In there, and it's 0-2 now. And he chased it in the dirt. Norris recovers, and the throw to first ends the inning. So no run. The catcher Derek Norris is in. He was a ground out victim last time up. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Line towards center field. Herrera patrolling center makes the play. 1 out. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Looks at a curveball over the inside corner.
Hey, I watched Tom Glavine master throwing changeups inside to right-handed batters and getting them to pull it foul. If this guy can command that front hip curveball, he's going to go to it all game.
And he fouls this one off. Takes something off, but it's 1-2 now. 5 runs, 11 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those 2 at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Next up is the sneaky pop of Nicky Delmonico. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Scorched to third. Scooped up on the backhand. And there's out number 2. Now batting, Nico Goodrum. Runner in scoring position with Sir John. Softly hit toward the hole. And he will make it to the bag, a step ahead of the runner, and that ends the inning. Tigers leave 1, and it remains 5-3. Alex Wilson is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 30. Alex.
Ready once again, Ryan Schimpf. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame.
And leading off for the White Sox.
First offering on its way, and it's fouled away. The 0-1 delivery. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Well, this one's been a bit of a head scratcher despite their home run production today.
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all in the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs is going to win the ball.
From the stretch. Sliders in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
looking at a tough pitch called a strike.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row, but both of those sliders back-to-back were so good, I might just go ahead and try to throw another one.
Martin able to take it in for the first out. Back to the top of the White Sox lineup now, and stepping in, Odubel Herrera, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Curveball looked at here for strike 1. A fastball that just misses inside. Schimpf stands at first with 1 out. A shot down the first baseline. And he'll take this over to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner moves into scoring position at second.
Here's one that you don't see too often, right? Safe at second base, but out at first. Great hustle there from the runner going into second. Really showed off his speed.
He's set. Here it comes. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Missed with a slider. The 1-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He's going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Here's another 1-2. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. Down the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. Is swung on and missed. He got him. A man. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
That was a non-competitive pitch right there, and he finds himself behind 2-0 in this situation. He's going to have to locate something down the zone to get himself back in this count.
Line hard toward right center. And there's a base hit, and this could wind up as an important insurance strike here as the leadoff man's aboard this.
Now batting, second baseman,
Kyle Berklaw is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one stayed up a little high. Nobody out, runner on first. Up around the face.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
All even now, 2-2. Another try at 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite them.
Cruz is there, and he makes the catch for the out. The first baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Berklaw, the former Miami Marlin, he came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
And this one gets away. And he'll make it in easily at second, as I'd imagine that'll be scored a passed ball. Hit on the ground to third. Moustakas has it. Throw on to first. Will take care of Cabrera for the second out. Working to keep them in the game here. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Count is even, 1-1 to Nicholas Castellanos.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Herrera on the run. Oh, no. Looked like he had it, but it goes right by him. And that'll plate the run from second base, and the lead is 3 now at 6-3. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly. Gregory Infante takes over now with 2 gone here in the top of inning number 9. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he hung a curveball that time that stayed high.
Well, that curveball was really a hanger. He needs that release point to get out front and get the ball down in the zone.
1-2 now.
Hey, I don't mind that take right there. That was a nasty breaking ball. Started outside the zone, popped back inside the zone. Good spin rate on it. Move on to the next pitch.
Ground ball up the middle, and it's going to get through into center field for a base hit.
In to score is the runner from third, and that will stretch the lead to 4 now.
Hey, that's what you try and do as an offense. You get a 4-run lead. They're a grand slam ahead, Dan, but you're a former closer warming up. When you see a 3-run lead and then your offense gets it to 4 and you know that save situation's gone out the window, don't tell me that didn't hurt.
Oh, it does hurt you. Oh, it does, because, Dero, the only way you're going to get into this game is it has to be a save situation. You sit and watch 8 innings of baseball, you get up to warm up in the 9th, and you're all ready to go thinking, hey, I'm going to come in and get me a 3-out save, and all of a sudden you're out of the game because it's a 4-run lead. Of course you think about it as a reliever.
Throw comes in quickly from left, so even on the hit and run, they'll hold things to. Nate Jones takes over now with 2 gone here in the top of inning number 9. And he lays off there, 1-0. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. 2 balls and a strike to Leonis Martin. Count even at 2-2.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
Throw is in time, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as the side is retired. So 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. Detroit is out in front, 7-3. Johnny Barbato will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign. Striding into the box, Nelson Cruz. He'll lead things off here as we play the bottom of the 9th. And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike 1. Counts even at 1-1 to Nelson Cruz.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Chopper foul. The 1-2. Gets him swinging. He struck him out. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
I know he's well aware of the fact he can't tie this with one swing of the bat, but maybe he's trying to ignite the boys by driving something out of the ballpark.
Took a wave at one around the shins. And this afternoon's game ends 7-3. Detroit led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Jordan Zimmerman earns his first win of the season.
The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the American League Central, the Tigers completed a short 2-game sweep as they beat the White Sox on the south side 7-3. In other Chi Sox news, the team has announced a trade where they will receive first baseman Luke Voit from the St. Louis Cardinals and will send back second baseman Diego Pinheiro, according to team reports. Heading into the day, the White Sox are in last place in the AL Central, while the Tigers are atop the division. The Cleveland Indians totaled 11 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 4-2. At the start of the day, the Indians sit in third place in the American League Central, and the Royals are atop the division. The Seattle Mariners held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they pulverized the Twins 7-1. As of right now, the Twins are in fourth place in the AL Central, while the Mariners are in second place in the AL West. The Yankees took down the visiting Orioles 3-1. As of today, the Yankees sit in second place in the American League East Division, and the Orioles are fourth in the division. The Red Sox combined for a 4-hitter as they destroyed the Rays 11-0. In the standings, the Red Sox sit in first place in the American League Eastern Division, while the Rays are at the bottom of the division. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 4-0. Heading into the day, the Angels are leading the AL West, and the Athletics are at the bottom of the division. The Rangers took down the visiting Blue Jays 3-1. At the start of the day, the Rangers sit in third place in the American League West Division, while the Blue Jays are in third place in the AL East. The Houston Astros combined for 10 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Padres 5-3. As of today, the Astros sit in fourth place in the American League West, while the Padres are in fourth place in the NL West. The Metropolitans knocked out 12 hits as a team as they took down the Nationals in Washington 5-3. As of right now, the Nationals are in first place in the NL East, while the Mets are third in the division. Adam Rosales drove in an impressive 5 with 2 home runs, leading Philadelphia to victory over the Marlins 10-2. Heading into the day, the Phillies are in second place in the NL East, and the Marlins are third in the division. The Cubs combined to allow only 4 hits as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 6-2. In the standings, the Brewers are atop the NL Central, while the Cubs are second in the division. Sean Rodriguez grabbed 3 runs driven in as the Buccos took down the Reds 5-0. Entering the day's action, the Pirates are in third place in the NL Central, while the Reds are at the bottom of the division. The Cardinals hit 3 long balls as they were winners in extras against the Diamondbacks 7-6. As of right now, the Cardinals sit in fourth place in the National League Central Division, while the Diamondbacks are in second place in the NL West. The Rockies set 3 balls into the seats as they took down the visiting Braves 10-7. Heading into the day, the Rockies are leading the National League West, and the Braves are in third place in the NL East. The Giants got the best of the Dodgers at home 5-4. At the start of the day, the Giants are in third place in the NL West, and the Dodgers are at the bottom of the division. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.
MLB Network welcomes you inside Guaranteed Rate Field in Matt Andrees, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, 5 full innings for this guy in his last one. You couldn't really consider that a powerhouse outing. He was able to get a no decision, but I'm sure he and the team are looking for a lot more in this one today.
Malik Smith, the next to hit. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. It was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
Yeah, Matty, this definitely looks like a situation where somebody's going to have to call. A team meeting. I don't know if it comes from a veteran or the manager decides to close the doors for a second, but this team has not played well. They find themselves losing lately. They lost the last game, and they're going to need a spark to get this thing turned around.
Time now for a look at the Rays starting 9. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, Matt, you know they're getting a lot of production out of that number 2 spot right now. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead.
And that triple could not have come at a better time. The team has really struggled the last few games trying to get over the hump, and they're looking for anything good to happen to them, and I'd say that triple definitely qualifies. They are fired up.
Takes this the other way to right. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third. And the last 3 hitters have reached base safely here. You have to wonder whether he's going to be able to settle down here before it's too late. Into the box, Matt Duffy. Runners off for second. Now a swing and a fly ball. But no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. This is line to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
Batting sixth, center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. He was hitless in yesterday's shutout loss, as were many of his teammates. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
When you're facing a guy with this many pitches in his repertoire, I say throw everything out. 0-2, he's sitting fastball.
And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here's the first pitch to him. Line toward right center. And that'll split the gap, as it should be extra bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
This is exactly what you want to do when you've gone down by 2 runs. Answer the bell. So he leads off the next inning and gets them going with a double. Now if they can scratch a run or 2 across this inning, they'll be right back in this one.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. Line drive to center field. Kiermaier is right there, 1 down. A moment here from the south side to take a look at the Pale Hose starting lineup in this one. Danny, any thoughts?
You know, I'm really impressed with Yoan Moncada. He leads the team in the 2 most important power categories for me: home runs and RBIs. Driving in guys and being able to drive yourself in. He's an impressive hitter, and it should be fun watching him do his thing in this one.
Here's Nelson Cruz now, head-to-head against Chris Archer. He brings a .353 batting line. He also has 1 home run. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup. 0-1. Dan Dero, we take a look at the Rays entering play here tonight. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, what I need to see out of this offense today is some early production. Somebody's got to get on base and put the defense on their heels. They've been struggling recently. They're not swinging the bats well. They got shut out yesterday, and this offense needs to adjust itself.
And a swing and a miss. As that looked like self-defense there. It's 2-2.
Oh, wow, that's what they call a jam sandwich. Wow, not much you can do with that pitch that's in tight.
Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
We're seeing a good AB here from the 3-hole hitter. If he can work a walk or pick up a hit here, he's going to put that cleanup guy in a really good position to do some damage in this first inning.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Jose Abreu. First opportunity for him here with the leadoff man still standing at second. 2 gone now. Hit out towards second. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. But the recovery throw will be in time to first. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Carlos Gomez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. No balls and a strike to count. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Into the corner and slicing foul. The 0-2 once more. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Into the box now, Brad Miller.
Second baseman, Brad Miller.
The windup and the 0-1. Chopper to short. Anderson scoops it up, and very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Batting ninth, third baseman.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit out towards second. And now a jump throw against his body. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Rays go in order, 1-2-3. But they hold a 2-0 lead. Third baseman Mike Moustakas now. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
When you know a guy has a great changeup on the mound, you got to be willing to give up pull side of the plate from time to time. It just looked like his timing was a smidge off.
Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. Back goes Kiermaier at the track, the wall. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot that time for Mike Moustakas. Home run number 3 here in the early going, as the White Sox have now made this a 2-1 ball game.
Wow, talk about a guy getting hot, right? Hits a bomb, hit one yesterday. Usually when he gets hot, he starts to hit them in bunches, and this could be the beginning of a very, very good hot streak.
Kevin Smith will be next, and he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Kiermaier is there, and he has it for the first out.
All right, let's take a look at the Tampa Bay Rays on defense. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
Outside, 2-1.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. you probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. Ramos gathers it, but he can't get it there in time. Altair reaches on the strikeout. So good awareness that time, as that'll go as a strikeout, but he's aboard on the drop third strike. So to the plate is the White Sox DH, Ryan Schimpf, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. He's set, and the pitch. Pitch out, nothing doing. The 1-0 home. Hit hard on the ground to second. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are two aboard now.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Head-to-head against Chris Archer. He's just 1 for 6. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy, if you're waving at me. A real ugly swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So hopefully he has another pitch left in his repertoire to bury this guy and get him out of there.
So he punches him out, and looking at the fastball. Tim Anderson goes down for the second out in the bottom half. And that's in there for strike one. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Smoke toward the hole, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
Into the box now, Yohan Moncada. Oh, just a brutal hop, and it goes right by him. And they'll tie the ball game as the run scores, evening things at 2.
Boy, there were big RBIs and big base hits, D'Aro, but none more than with 2 outs. A big 2-out knock right there. Not only ties things up, but keeps the inning going as well.
Yeah, just a great approach right there by the batter. You never know when your number's going to be called. You always...
Standing in now, Nelson Cruz, as he lets it in the air to right field. Gomez has a read on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire. Striding in once again, Malik Smith, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1. And a curveball, this one clocked at 78, and it's 0-2.
I know he stole a strike right there, but he better be careful with that curveball. That's coming across and catching a lot of plate. And if he stays back, he's going to drive that thing with some serious authority.
Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Expect the guy on the mound to keep attacking the zone right here. He has a chance for a quick inning. He is not nibbling. Everything is catching those 17 inches.
And there's out number 2.
Up next for Tampa Bay, catcher Wilson Ramos.
In there, 0-1.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
And he will get there to make the run.
Leading off for the White Sox,
First pitch of the at-bat. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. 1 strike now from Archer. Missed with a slider.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
That's his first base hit, make him 1 for 2 now.
A lot of smiles to go around on the offensive side. First time through the order. That's already their 6th hit today as a team.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Mike Moustakas. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around. Has a look, now the pitch. Little dribbler down the line. Abreu aboard here at first with nobody out. Even 1-1 count to Moustakas.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
Right back into a good hitter's count now after what was a pretty dreadful second inning. He's got to start throwing a lot more strikes. Quality strikes would help too.
Swing and a miss, 2-2 now. The 2-2. Hit out towards second. Miller's got it. The second for 1. On to first, and Moustakas is hit into a double play.
now batting.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Kevin Smith. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
What a well-executed pitch right there. Just a little bit off the corner right there. Got a great hitter to go a little bit outside his zone.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. One and 2 to the White Sox catcher. This is in the air out to right. Miller moving to his left. And that retires the side. Here's C.J. Cron now, looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. Oh, here's a shot out to right center. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double. Well, fans love a lot of offense, and that's what they're getting here, Dan.
You said it, Matty. That's 10 hits in this game between the two teams already. Got to tell you, as a pitcher, this is a...
Hold on now. That ball is down and could score a run. Now a long throw home. And he's out. Beautiful throw home to cut down the run.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Kevin Kiermaier. He's 0 for 1 thus far. No balls and 1 strike. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Altair is going to get there. 2 down. So a runner at first with 2 away. And standing in the speedy Carlos Gomez. Liner toward right center. And Gomez can fly, bear in mind he's got extra bases. Duffy rounds third and is digging for the plate. He scores as it's now a 3-2 ball game.
Well, that's a big at-bat right there. Not only does he get all the way to third on a triple, but he also drives in the go-ahead run.
And he gets ahead 0-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Anderson has a play. And that's the 3rd out. Rays pick up a run on the RBI triple. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 3-2 Tampa. Leading off the inning, Aaron Altair, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Aaron Altair.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a neck-high fastball that time. Sliders in for a strike. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
2 balls, 1 strike.
To 2-2 now.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
Ryan Schimpf stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
Obviously looking to pull the baseball right there, out in front on that off-speed pitch. This will be an interesting sequence right here to see if he slows him down even more or tries to run a heater by him.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Ryan Schimpf goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And gone. An absolute bomb. Solo shot here to left. First home run of the campaign for him. And the White Sox have come back to tie it at 3. That home run is definitely worth giving the show track treatment to. And as we look at it, not only an impressive distance shot, but the 110 miles an hour exit velocity is nothing to scoff at either. That's a big boy home run. Odubel Herrera stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Well, we know what this guy's approach is. He's looking to go absolutely deep right here. I don't see him getting any.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Sox able to tie things up on the solo home run. We're through 4. We're tied now with 3 apiece. Here's Echeverria now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Hey, as an offense, you do your homework, you scout. He hasn't been using that pitch an awful lot. I say you just throw that out. If he's going to flip that occasionally for a strike, then so be it.
There, this one's for Moustakas at third. And the throw is wide as he couldn't keep his foot on the bag that time, and we'll have to see how they want to score that play. Strike. Swing and a liner. Foul. 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Popped him up. And that's in there. Base hit.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you can say, hey, he's going a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
On the ground to the right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. This one's flared off to the right side. Oh, what happened? He can't make the play. And that'll bring in the go-ahead run from third. It's now a 4-3 game.
Hey, Dero, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing him softly, station to station with those knocks. That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Catch is made by Cruz, and here comes the runner from third. And the runner from third crosses the plate. Now a 5-3 game. Digging in once again, Matt Duffy. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Front door curve is taken. Strike 2.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute to hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
A play at the plate. The tag, and he's out at the plate. But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
That could be a tough read for the runner at third because your first instinct is to take off for home on a ground ball. But when it's right at the corner infielder like that, it doesn't take a whole lot to nail you at the plate.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. A bouncer up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. The throw to the plate. Play at the plate, and he's out. A great throw. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. 1 error in the inning, and 2 men left stranded. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Rays are out in front, 5-3. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
1 strike now from Archer. He looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch out, 1 away. Digging in to try it again, Nelson Cruz. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
1 out, nobody on. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner.
Hey, that's case in point right there. He thought that was going to hollow out his rib and ended up being a strike.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
Wow, talk about mowing him down. How about 2 strikeouts on 6 pitches? He isn't messing around, and these last 2 batters have had no answer for what he's throwing up there.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. A hit in 2 tries so far. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
Hit on the ground out to short. Duffy fields it cleanly. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Down in order go the White Sox. They're still down 5-3. Here's Carlos Gomez. He tripled earlier, making him 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the 2nd time here tonight. Ready once again, Brad Miller. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-2 the count to Miller.
0-2.
And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
6 pitches, 2 strikeouts in the inning. Hard to beat that, and beyond that, he has to feel good about the way the curveball is coming out of his hand. That was a nasty-looking pitch.
In now, Adeiny Echeverria, as he'll get a slider up that time, but he swings through it for the first strike. Cold strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-2. 5 runs, 10 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. But a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. Down in order go the Rays as they hang on to their 5-3 lead. Mike Moustakas will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Turned on down the line. The windup and the 0-1. And that one right down Main Street.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Just tied him up with that last pitch. Pretty evident by the swing. Sometimes guys get in that protect mode so much that they're swinging at everything that they see, and they end up offering at pitches that they can't possibly do anything with.
Hit out towards second. And quickly there are 2 away.
From left fielder number 24, Aaron Altair.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Aaron Altair. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A solo home run here off the bat of Aaron Altair. Second home run early in the year. As they pull within 1 here, it's now a 5-4 game. Certainly a tape measure shot there as we take a look at it with our show track technology. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity, so it comes as no surprise that it carried as far as it did. Stepping in now, Ryan Schimpf. Fastball is swung on and missed. Good location down at the knees for strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get to count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing at that one.
And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. White Sox able to draw a bit closer thanks to this home run. Top of the order due up to start the 7th. It's the Rays 5 and the White Sox 4. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Malik Smith. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. Ripped down the line and past Moustakas down the line. It's a fair ball. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Well, back in the day, you would hope your leadoff man can work a...
So now the White Sox manager will slowly make his way toward the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. To first. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Breaking ball taken right down the middle.
Hey, I don't have a problem with him taking a pitch right there. It's a good opportunity to see what he's got. Also a good
swing, high drive, left field and deep. It'll die on the warning track as the catch is made. And here comes the runner from third. And now the runner from third scores to give them a very important insurance run. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Breaking ball stays high. Hit in the air down the right field line. Cruz on the move, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. 1-2 now.
The count is 1-2.
Skied into straightaway right. Abreu onto the grass, and that ends the inning. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Stretch time here on the south side of Chicago. It's the Rays 6 and the White Sox 4. Digging in and looking for more, Tim Anderson will stand in against Chris Archer to get the inning underway.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
This is line to left. Span is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first down.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. A high fastball is in there.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. Digging in to try it again, Yohan Moncada. He went down on strikes last time up. Ball 1.
I know you're standing on the mound. You got 2 quick outs right here, but you have to respect the fact that this lineup can hit you and hit you in a hurry. Number 2-hole batter up at the plate. He has a chance to get on and get the big boys up.
And that will conclude matters here in. Ready for another shot now. Matt Duffy will start us off in the 8th. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Yeah, this one's for Moustakas at third. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner. Bases are empty, 1 man out. High in the air down the right field line. Cruz over to his left. And he makes the catch for the second out. Here's Carlos Gomez. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Line down the left field line. But this is foul near the seats. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2. And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3. They still lead it 6-4.
Your attention, please. Now pitching to the Rays.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Here's the first pitch to him. And a half-hearted swing there as he tried to go the other way, and it's strike 1. The White Sox find themselves losing in the late innings. What are your thoughts on this one, guys?
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs is going to win the ball game.
Here it comes on 0-2. Missed with a slider.
This is the big out to get right here. This is their best hitter. He's a great hitter, and he's a guy that kind of spark plug. He gets this team going. So if I'm on the mound right now, you really want to try to get this guy out to hopefully keep them from getting a potential big inning started.
And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one. So his day is fully over as you get a look at the pitching line for the Rays starter. He was great all night long. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. He was a ground out victim last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
On the ground to third. And there are 2 away now.
Third baseman, number 8, Mike.
Third baseman Mike Moustakas now. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. So nothing. Welcome back to MLB Network. Great to have you with us from Chicago.
Second baseman,
Nate Jones enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Liner toward right center, and this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. He hit the corner and tries for third. And he is into third base here with a leadoff triple. Here's Echeverria now, although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. Hit on the ground out to short.
Anderson picks it up.
And he's out at the plate as they cut him down trying to score. But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Malik Smith. He hit a 2-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Cruz ranging back on the warning track. He makes the catch. Ready once again, Denard Span. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Popped him up. Moustakas is under it, and that retires the side. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. So nothing in the Tampa 9th. Last chance now for the White Sox. They trail it by 2. Alex Colomé comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Wellington Castillo will be summoned a pinch hit here to start the bottom of the 9th. And remember, they need 2 to tie, 3 to win. So he's got his work cut out for him here. A ball and no strikes. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out.
left fielder, number 24.
Digging in once again, Aaron Altair is working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
And they're able to get the ball in quickly, so he'll be held to a single with 1 away.
Well, you're usually in this situation looking for a bloop and a blast. He didn't want to bloop it, and he hit a missile, bringing the tying run to the plate. Let's see if they can capitalize.
Ready for another chance? Ryan Schimpf. He went down on strikes last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled away. Altair leads off first with one away. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
This guy just feasts on mistakes up at the zone, and that's exactly what he gets right here. A belt-high pitch, he drives into the alley. Great chance now with two runners in scoring position.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. Line toward right center. And this might tie it. Extra bases. And we might not be going home after all. And the tying run comes around to score from second. It's a 6-6 ball game.
Boy, Dero, talk about definition of clutch coming up in the ninth and delivering a game-tying RBI base hit.
Yeah, what a huge at-bat right there. As a former offensive player, these are the moments you live for. Runners in scoring position, bottom of the ninth inning, and you're able to come through for the team. Let's see if they can continue on.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. Bullet back up the middle. Kiermaier will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. But disaster has already struck here in the bottom of inning number 9 as 2 runs come across, and they'll have to work a little longer to try and pull this one out on the road. 10th inning coming up. Wellington Castillo will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
Obviously, it's pretty deflating when you blow a lead in the bottom of the ninth, and now you're still fighting in extra innings. But the fact is, the game is tied, and a win is still very much a possibility, so they have to play that way.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
Here's C.J. Cron now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, Georgia, Matt Duffy.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Matt Duffy. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Cruz is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Down in order go the Rays. Score remains tied 6 apiece. Chaz Rowe comes on to start the home 10th, and he's just hoping to get this one into the 11th inning. Riding in once again, Nelson Cruz. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a whiff at a good slider that time.
Well, he was definitely trying to end it with one swing at a bat right there, leaving nothing to the imagination. That's the problem sometimes. Everyone wants to be a hero in extra innings instead of just getting on base and playing it like another inning.
And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
The first baseman, number 79.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Abreu. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here's a slider up and in for ball 1, 1-0. Now a southpaw up to throw in that Tampa Bay bullpen. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
As long as you actually get it inside, that two-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
Here he comes on 2-0. Swing and a little blooper to center. Kiermaier coming on. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Hey, nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. I know there's one out in the inning. They got one more to play with that they could potentially be productive with, but this guy's looking to end this right now and put something in a gap.
Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. Into the box now, Mike Moustakas, as he'll go after the first pitch and line one into right field for a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. He's looking to bring home the winning run from third. 1-1 the count to Wellington Castillo. Oh, and this is lined into center field. It's down for a base hit. And they're going to walk off here with a 7-6 victory.
Well, the way things unfolded, you kind of had a sense that this thing was going to end in dramatic fashion, and that's exactly what happened. A walk-off for the win? Wow.
So the lineup really helped carry them to victory here in this one, and this man was a big reason why. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he really made it happen with the bat in this one. You see here 2 hits, and 1 was a long ball, so he has to feel pretty good about what he did here.
Final line score tonight. First for the victorious White Sox, 7 runs on 14 hits. With 1 error, they left 5 men on base. For the Rays, 6 runs on 12 hits. No errors, they left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 43 minutes. A reminder that extra CTA Redline trains will be available at the Sox 35th Street Station, and that Pace Go-Go Sox Express buses are available outside of Guaranteed Rate Field.
MLB Network, welcome. Coming to the plate now, Malik Smith. He will lead this one off today. Hit out towards second. Moncada gloves it. Throw on to first in time, one away. Standing in, Denard Span. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, well, they've come in losers of 7 of their last 10 games, but did earn the victory last time out.
Yeah, Matty B, we're looking at a team right now. They're just playing some average baseball through 4 games of this homestand. They split at 2-2, D-Row, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be playing average baseball in front of your home fans. They need to find a way to win this game and try and take 3 out of the first 5 of this homestand.
Skied into very shallow right. Cruz is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. 0-1 the count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Rays go in order, 1-2-3. Now it's the White Sox turn in a scoreless ball game. Jacob Faria, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
If you want to pick up a win as a starting pitcher, you have to go 5 innings to get the win, and that's just what he did the last one. I'm sure he'd like to be out there for a little bit longer in this one.
And guys, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, they came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to clean up their recent trend right now, they're going to have to find a way for it to start on the mound. They can't go out like last game and allow a bunch of runs and not play sound defense behind them. Both those things are going to have to change if this team's going to get it going in the right direction.
Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. First offering on its way. Hit back up the middle. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Hey, the leadoff man wasn't able to do his job, but the #2 hitter came through right there with the single, setting the table for the big boys.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. High pop-up. Crone is there. 2 down. And now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Jose Abreu. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. First delivery to him on the way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Here's C.J. Crone now. He'll lead it off against Jake Arrieta. Second inning begins with a slider that misses here. It's 1-0. The 1-1 home. Chopped in front of home plate. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. Now at the plate, Matt Duffy. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. 1 ball, no strikes to count. 2-0.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
Moustakas charging in on it, in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Batting next, center fielder.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a breaking ball over the outer half. No score here as we play inning number 2. And a sinker's in there for a called strike, and he forges ahead 0-2.
You know, I think that curveball in the previous pitch had him thinking about getting another one, because there's no reason he shouldn't have had a big rip at that fastball. That was right in.
And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. And, oh, trouble averted as he takes away extra bases, and the inning is over. Definitely worth another look as he scales the wall to take away a home run. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. The third baseman, Mike Moustakas, now. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
All right, let's take a look at the Tampa Bay Rays on defense. And let's take a look at outfielder Denard Span. Can he play center field the way he used to in his Minnesota days? Probably not. But what he does is make up for it with savvy and smarts and baseball acumen. Look for him to make a big play on defense today.
Casilla cleverly gets the nickname Beef. He's a 9-year major league vet. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at-bat, but you really never want to put yourself in 0-2 count if you could do anything about it.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Ready now for the White Sox. Aaron Altair trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double. Off the bat, it was pretty clear right away that that hit was going to get him at least 2 bases.
Yeah, Matt, some people like to crow about homers and powering drives, but you have to like hits like this. A no-doubt double the second it left his bat. Like you said, the only question was whether the outfielders were going to be able to keep him at second, which they did.
First pitch on its way. Lifted the other way to left center. Duffy waits on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Back at Guaranteed Rate Field on the south side as we get a nice look at the Chicago skyline from above the shores of Lake Michigan. Here's Carlos Gomez. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. A runner at first with no outs here. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. From the stretch. And there he goes towards second. Fouled off. The 0-1. Sliders in for a strike. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Now a swing, but not much behind it as this is lifted into shallow center. Pereira is there, and he has it for the out.
Now batting, designated hitter
Malik Smith the next to hit. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here's a strike.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there, getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't pull the trigger on that pitch.
Gomez leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike 3 called, and a great pitch there to retire the side. Rays strand just the one. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Into the box now, Tim Anderson.
And leading off for the White Sox, the shortstop, Tim Anderson.
First offering on its way. Way in front of that fastball.
0-1's the count.
A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
Well, we know what this guy's approach is. He's looking to go absolutely deep right here. I don't see him getting anything over the heart of the plate.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. He went down swinging to start the home first. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one stayed up a little high. Way in front of a great slider that time. Hit hard on the ground to second. Backhanded. Left-handed here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
Strike 2.
I know there's 2 outs right here, but your job as the number 2 hole hitter, especially with the monsters hitting behind you, find a way to get on base. Maybe a little 2-out lightning on the horizon.
In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And that ends the inning. 1-2. Digging in to try it again. Denard Span. He flew out in his last at-bat. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Popped him up. Moustakas shading to his right. And that's the first out of the inning. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. A 1-2 count to the Rays catcher. Skied into straightaway right. Cruz is after it. And he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. Ready for another chance? C.J. Cron. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. And that one stayed too low apparently. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. That's right there at the belt. 1-2 now.
You got to throw that one out the window if you're an offensive player right there. You know this guy is predominantly a sinker ball pitcher. High fastball, he's got to show me that a few more times for me to honor it.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Rays. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nelson Cruz. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
A swing and a miss at a ball down. Cruz or the boomstick, as he's appropriately nicknamed. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Jose Abreu. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. A ball and no strikes.
Ball one, no strikes.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox.
The 1-1 home. Line hard. Foul. The 1-2. Grounded back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
I appreciate the moxie right there, but 3 fastballs at this level usually turns into a 9.
Standing in now, Mike Moustakas, and he fouls this one off. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. Takes a look at a fastball down the middle for strike number 2. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Miller is there to second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. MLB Network is back on the south. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Matt Duffy comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. No balls and a strike to count. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2. Duffy, often known as the Duff Man in baseball circles. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates. The time you get called up, and the time you get to arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start of it. The arbitration process allows these guys to finally start making some real dollars in this game.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. A ball and a strike. Duffy on at first, nobody out. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. Cruz is going to get back, and he'll put this one away on the warning track for the first out. So 1 gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And standing in the speedy Carlos Gomez. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Grounded down the third baseline. And that's the second out. Up next for the Rays, Brad Miller. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. In there for strike 1, 0-1.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
This is line to left. Altair is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1 hit, 1 left. Last half of the 5th coming up, and we still have no score. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
Castillo.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Span is under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Stepping up now, Aaron Altair. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch on its way. A swing and a miss at a ball down. Altair stands at an impressive 6'5". Swings the bat and throws right-handed. He was a 9th-round pick back in the 2009 MLB draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on in the dirt. Strike 3. He makes the throw to first. 2 down. Up next for Chicago, Ryan Schimpf. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
Behind 0-2 now. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the. Now at the plate, Adeiny Echeverria flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. No balls and 1 strike. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-2. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul.
Man, he's going to be kicking himself when he goes and watches the video after this one. That's a changeup, 2 strikes in the wheelhouse. You cannot miss that pitch.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1. Slider, and that's in there for strike 2. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down. You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
In now, Denard Span, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. Ball and a strike. Two balls and 2 strikes, the count to Span.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that.
High and deep to right. Cruz going back to the track. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Kiermaier's got a read on it. 1 down. Back to the top of the White Sox lineup now, and stepping in, Odubel Herrera. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball down near the shoe tops. 1 out, nobody on. Into the corner and slicing foul.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Time for him to attack on the mound. He knows his team's struggling offensively. Don't mess around and try and nibble. Just be on the attack and let them be.
Full count to Herrera, 3-2. Bases are now the 3-2 pitch. Line hard toward right center. And a dive, but he comes up empty. And this is big trouble now out in right center. And he'll pull into second with one away.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
Into the box now, Yohan Moncada. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Span is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. Ready for another shot now, Nelson Cruz. He's popped up in his first plate appearance and flied out last time around. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Hard on the ground toward short. And that is through into left as he delivers. It's a base hit. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
Boy, some really good pitching going into the 6th inning in this one. Big RBI base hit to break through. What a pitcher's duel this been.
Yeah, Dan, the pitching's been great, but something I've been focusing on is how great the defenses have been on both sides. To push a run across in the 6th inning, let's get the bullpens fired up.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hard ground ball to third. Echeverria's there. He'll go the short way to Miller, and that ends the inning. Sox get a run here on 2 hits. 7th inning coming up. It's the White Sox 1, the Rays nothing. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Called strike in a dangerous location there, 1-2.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
There to take it is Cruz, and that's the first out. First offering on its way. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner.
One of the keys to pitching late in the games, first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Altair comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2. First delivery to him on the way. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Stretch time here on the south side of Chicago. And the White Sox are out in front, 1-0. Digging in once again, Mike Moustakas. No hits to this point. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
What a well-executed pitch right there. Just a little bit off the corner right there. Got a great hitter to go a little bit outside his zone.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. The pitch. He pulls this one into right. A dive, but he can't come up with it in right as it skips right past him. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Well, you can't fault a fielder for being aggressive. He sold out to try to catch this thing, but he comes up empty and the ball just squirts by him. High risk, high reward move that just didn't pay off.
Now here comes the Tampa Bay manager after the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. And it's fouled away. Here's the 0-1. Well, he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2. Hit on the ground to third. And that's out number 1.
From left fielder number 24.
Digging in once again, Aaron Altair. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Way in front of that fastball. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. 1-1 to Aaron Altair. Oh, wild pitch, but the catcher is able to knock it down. And they've got him hung up out there between second and third. And they'll slap the tag on him here in the rundown between second and third. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Span is under it. And the inning is over. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. We'll look ahead to inning. Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A swing, and he pulls it down the line and deep. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. Here he comes again, 1-2. Count still at 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. He pulls this one into right, and that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 games so far. So it's a good start to the inning for the Rays as their leadoff hitter is aboard.
Right fielder.
0-1.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting to see the cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the bunt?
Here comes the White Sox skipper out toward the mound. And a change is in the offing as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. Luis Avila is on the pitch here in the 8th with nobody out. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite.
There's a line drive, and that's going to get down. And now, how far will they send that man from first? And the tying run is in to score all the way from first.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen. I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sinking cut. That is unbelievable he's able to get that knock in that big spot.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. There goes Gomez. And the squeeze is on here, and he gets it down. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that sinking fastball didn't sink. It stayed high.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
Altair has it in his sights, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Ready once again, Denard Span. In previous matchups with Luis Avilan, he has been silent, 0 for 13. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself
bullet to second base. A fine play, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Rays 2 and the White Sox 1. Alex Colomé is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 37.
Ready for another chance, Ryan Schimpf. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the 2nd time today, he's gone on strikes. Striding in once again, Tim Anderson, 0 for 2 for him to this point. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. The pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. The 1-2. It's hit hard on a line to right. A base hit. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Number 9 batter comes through that time as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player. Fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera, as he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat. It's strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And that misses 1-1.
Well, those were a couple of close pitches right there in the inner part of the zone. Hitters will tell you, pitches in that location are tough to do anything with.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Sent out to straightaway center field. Kiermaier's got a read on it. 2 down. Digging in to try it again, Yoan Moncada. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. High in the air out to center field. On the move is Kiermaier. He's got it as the tying run is left on base. White Sox leave 1. They're down 2-1.
Leading off for Tampa Bay, the catcher, number 40.
Nate Jones is called upon, and it's not for his usual role. Just hoping to keep the deficit at 1 here. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Running hard, he's digging for second. And the Rays strike quickly here in the inning. It's a leadoff double. Well, it's always daunting to know that you've got to deal with the 3, 4, 5 hitters to start out an inning, but even more so when the 3 hitter starts it out with a double.
Yeah, he's going to have to start making some good pitches to get out of this.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. Throw into second. And the run will come in to score from second as now it's a 3-1 ball game.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give this team a 2-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher to know they have a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Leo Mazzoni always used to say, old pitching coach for the Atlanta Braves, solos won't kill us, guys. And he's absolutely right. You give yourself a 2-run lead, a solo homer's not gonna do too much damage.
He's running. 1-1. Shoots this one over to first. Fielded by Abreu, and he'll take this over to the bag for the out. But meanwhile, the runner moves into scoring position at second. So a runner at second. 2 down now. And standing in the speedy Carlos Gomez. No balls and a strike to count. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Rays will settle for just the 1. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. The Rays lead it 3-1. Dan Runsler comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Number 47.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. Singled homer run in his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Good breaking ball that time in for a strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Abreu. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike.
He might want that pitch back up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
And into left field for a 1-out hit.
Well, you're usually in this situation looking for a bloop and a blast. He didn't want to bloop it, and he hit a missile, bringing the tying run to the plate. Let's see if they can capitalize.
The third baseman, Mike Moustakas, now. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. A knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. A fastball that just misses inside.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
The 1-2. Is at the knees and called strike 3. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Drilled right back up the middle. Throw on to second for the force, and the ball game is over. 3-1 the final score this afternoon. The Tampa Bay Rays came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Chaz Rowe claims the win out of the pen, his first.
Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Starting in the American League Central, the Tampa Bay Rays beat the White Sox.
It's time for base. Now to the plate, Malik Smith. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. First pitch of the at-bat. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, they came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, man, nothing they'd like to do more than to salvage this one, D-Roll. After this one, they go on the road for a 7-game road trip, so big to get this win here today.
Yeah, last game in front of the home folks before you go out for a week. This is a big one. They're going to get it done.
Oh, nice changeup that time gets him to swing right through it as the leadoff man is down on strikes to open up the ball game. And here's the starting lineup for the visiting Tampa Bay Rays. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to watch Kevin Kiermaier. He's really excelled against right-handed pitching this season, hitting over 300 against them coming in. So given the matchup he's faced with here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him make some noise at the plate.
Wilson Ramos.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. A leap at the wall, but he can't bring this one back. It's a home run.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needing one more out.
First baseman number 46. TJ
13-9, the final score in this ball game. The Rays scored a lucky 13.
It's Monday morning, and welcome to Inside the Show. In the AL Central, the Chicago White Sox combined to give up just 5 hits as they got the home victory against the Astros 3-0. In other White Sox news, the team has completed a trade and have acquired center fielder Luis Manuel from the Los Angeles Dodgers. And in return, they'll send third base